I came to East Chicago, pretty close to the city of Chicago. It's back there, but still in the state of Indiana. I came here to take some long exposures. I love Lake Michigan. Look at this. The light is perfect. The water is perfect. It's the perfect day for photography. I wanted to come here to make some long exposures because I have new ND filters. You know that I lost and broke all of the ND filters that I used for the last 5 years, and this long exposure is done. That is looking very, very nice. So of course I was in the need of replacing them, and the very generous people at Kase reached out to me and they asked if I wanted to try their ND filters. I said yes, of course. I've been using them for a few weeks. I wanted to share what I think about them with you in this video. Let's take a closer look at the filters, but first I need to make clear that even though Kase sent me these filters free of charge, I'm gonna be giving you my honest opinion. They know I'm making a video, but they are not gonna watch it before you do, and they haven't told me what to say. They actually sent me 4 filters and these 2 magnetic caps that I'm using to carry them like this, so they are protected on both sides and it's very easy to access and use them all. I asked for a 6, a 10, and a 15 stop ND filter because those are the ones that I used to have. Those are the ones that I feel more comfortable using for my long exposure photography. And on top of that, they sent me a CPL, a circular polarizer, but I haven't tried it just yet. That is something that I have no experience with. I haven't used one of those filters before, so I need more time testing that one out. These filters are magnetic, so that's a change from the ones I used to have from Lee. They were square. I had a holder where I could just slide them. Kase themselves actually have a system like that, and that is great if you're gonna be using grad filters or stuff like that. But I never used that kind of filters, so they were a little bit overkill for what I wanted them for because they were bigger than they needed to be. I really love the size of these filters. They are very thin. They're like screw-on filters, but without the part that actually screws on, whatever name is, so they are even slimmer than regular screw-on filters. Let's do 1 minute here to get started. The sun is coming out now, the light is changing. I'm gonna take a quick long exposure here. I wanna do a couple minutes, but with the sun out now, I need more powerful ND filters. One thing that I like about these filters, one thing that I liked about my previous filters is that I can stack them up. So in this case, as I said, I have a 6, 10, and 15, so I'm gonna stack the 6 and the 10 to make a 16. It gives me just that extra stop over the 15 alone, which is pretty great. And that's it. Man, it's getting even brighter. So I guess the light I was so happy about didn't last that long, and now we have this sunny weather, which whatever, I'm trying to make the same composition I made just a few minutes ago with this light to see how different it's gonna turn out. When we make long exposure, sometimes it's hard to predict what the light is gonna do. You never know what you're gonna get, so that's why I like to try my long exposures a few times. So the thing I like the most about these filters by far is the size. I got the 77mm filter thread. I should have gotten the 82 because I didn't know I was going to get that new lens. I got the Samyang 135, but anyway, they work with every other lens I have and they take no room in my camera bag. Look at this. I can just put them in my pocket, in my coat, and forget about them. I don't need to bring a holder like I used to. I have the magnetic adapter always on my lens. Now I just wish I didn't have to bring my cable remote, but that's what it is, I guess. Oh, that sign is a good one. All right. Okay, another sign there. I want to make this one a little bit more subtle. For that, I'm gonna use a wide aperture 85, something like that. So you can still read the sign, you can still see it, but it's not the first thing that you see when you look at this photo. I'm gonna place it on the bottom right. Oh, bird, I missed it. Okay, another long exposure done. I'm gonna take it again right away because the light keeps changing all the time. Now I have that shadow that I wanted to capture. The shadow is gone again. Anyway, so I'm trying a slightly different composition from here is this, I can't even say the name, but this structure here with a downtown Chicago in the background. I think it's kind of cool, like a little surprise for those who pay attention. I'm using the 6 and 10 stop ND filters again, but now I have on top of those, or not on top, but before of those, I should say, a 3 stop ND filter that I usually use for a video because the 6 and the 10 were not enough. So right now I have 19 and I'm getting a 1 minute long exposure at 1.4, so it's wide open. And that is also the reason why I have a 15 stop ND filter. It might sound overkill. Most sets of ND filters out there are 3, 6, and 10. And that should be enough for most situations because you can combine them like what I'm doing right now. But the 15 allows you to go beyond that. In case you want to do something longer than I'm doing here, I'm getting 1 minute, but that's about it. If I want to do longer than that, I would have to use the 15. Anyway, this one is looking nice. It's all right. I just really like the downtown Chicago is down there, and I actually like that crop. I might want to try a longer lens, maybe a 50. All right, let's try 50. It might be a little bit too much, but it's only one way to know for sure. No, it's pretty good. I just need to move the camera forward. All right. I kind of like this. You see, sometimes when you don't see a composition, it is very useful to switch to a longer lens. There is usually something there. Hope I don't hit the other camera. All right, I think that is perfect. I'm trying to make an image now that I saw while making a different one that I didn't really love, but I thought could have potential. It's worth always trying because you just never know what you're going to find while you're trying to make an image that you might not like, you might not love at first, but you might find something else like I did here. I think I'm gonna like this one more. You might have seen on the settings that I'm shooting this at f9 or so. I still want this structure to be the main focal point. That's gonna be in focus, and the downtown Chicago is going to be just a hint. It's not going to be clear or anything like that. And I'm shooting a 2 minute long exposure to make sure that that water is smoothed out and the clouds show some movement as well. And I'm using just the 15 stop ND filter here. I love this light right now. This is done. Hopefully it worked. Oh man, it's totally overexposed. What did I do? I got the math wrong. I'm taking it again with different settings. All right, let's see now. Should have worked. Nice. Yep. So what could I possibly say about these filters when just a few weeks ago I was shooting my long exposures with a $5 piece of welding glass. This is a pretty amazing step up from there. No, but seriously, the build quality is pretty amazing. There is no image quality loss. They offer great resolution even when you stack a couple of them, and there is almost no color cast either. And I say almost because I want to believe that there is some there, but I couldn't see it even again when I stacked two of them at the same time. I did put these filters to the test, including some sketchy situations. I wish I didn't lost this 360 footage because it was really cool. In any case, the images I made with these filters look beautiful. Look at this photo. I took it on a windy day on a $150 tripod, and it's a 4.5 minute long exposure. And yet it has details for days. It's really sharp no matter how much you zoom in. But even though I appreciate having that in the raw file, as you know, I like to add grain to make it look less digital. I think that from my perspective and from my background, it'd be more useful to talk about the pros and the cons when compared to square filters, the ones that I use to have. And there, the pros are clearly that these are much smaller and much lighter, much easier to carry. Square filters did not fit in my pocket. These are the first magnetic filters I use ever, and the magnet is pretty strong. They are not going anywhere, as you can see. But that also leads me to the first con, I guess, is that it's so strong that sometimes it's hard to actually take one of the filters out, especially if you're using gloves out in the cold. I think the only problem I have with these filters, and it's one that I had with the other ones as well, is that they are very hard to tell apart. They are just black from the outside, and I have to actually look at the back of the filter to see the degradation of the filter, how strong it is. I wish that information was on the side, or maybe use slightly different colors, maybe the strongest one, the 15 stop in the filter, to be black, while the other ones a little bit of a lighter gray or something like that. That'd be awesome, because I could see at a glance which one is which. But anyway, a problem that is common with many other filters, so this trip is getting a little bit too expensive. I've been here for over 2 hours and I've already paid $15 just for the parking, but I guess the upside of that is that it's pretty much empty and very, very peaceful here. Just as I say that, of course, someone is using a chainsaw now. Kind of like a lighthouse there in the middle of the lake. Hopefully I can get a better view from there. So I'm gonna take that picture, but I need to switch lenses. I need the telephoto. So first I'm gonna take this other one with the 50mm lens. It's pretty straightforward. It's just the cement, the path of cement that leads to the rail, and then nothing but just beautiful Lake Michigan and the beautiful sky. This is a very dangerous spot for me though. Things can go through there and end in the water, like my brand new filters. So I need to be really careful here. There are people coming this way now. They're gonna be in front of my shot for sure, so I better hurry up. Unfortunately, I need some more time to set all of this up. I need to do the math. 21 stops, 500 for 15, then 1,000, 2,000, 4,000. That is 3 stops, and we are at 18, so 19 I can do. Hello.
Hi.
I'm running out of time again. I don't want to put yet another $5 because I think I'm pretty much done here. This place is beautiful. I have never been here to this spot before. Pretty cool. A very nice view of Chicago. I got to make a few long exposures. I got to show you a little bit of the filters. They are great. I could keep saying good things about them, but I think that the best way to show you that I really like them is that I'm gonna be using them from now on every single time I take a long exposure. I approve of them. I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below just in case you wanna check them out. And now I'm going to leave. I was thinking about stopping somewhere else on the way home by the lake. Since I'm here, it took me 2 hours to get here. It's a long drive, but I'm leaving tomorrow for Chicago. We are leaving because we are gonna be in Spain in just a couple days. So I think it's gonna be better if I just head home and get ready for tomorrow. For now, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one from Spain.